So some people have asked me to give a breakdown as to what's happening in Israel currently, because I'm a combat veteran who spent a lot of time in the Middle East. Well, let me explain to you the reasons why Israel is in hot water right now. Israel is currently starting a conflict with Hezbollah over in Lebanon. Lebanon borders Israel. Now, if you don't understand the reasons why that's a problem for Israel, it's because of a group called Hezbollah. Hezbollah is the only standing army that has beaten back Israel to a standstill. That happened in 2005, 2006 time frame when Israel went into Lebanon. That is the only force that even with American help and American funding, it didn't matter. That's how effective Hezbollah is. You think the Taliban is bad? You think ISIS is bad? Hezbollah is a whole different kind of beast. They have an estimated 135,000 available bodies, and the numbers could be varied, but that's the last I've heard. Now, you may see something different online. I can only speak to what I've heard, and that's from people who I know who are still in the service. Now, with that being said, Hezbollah is a little bit more differently equipped than Hamas. Now, Israel is currently struggling to eradicate the Qassim brigades over there in Gaza. If you're having trouble with the Qassim brigades, what do you think is going to happen with Hezbollah? Hezbollah has surface-to-surface missiles. Hezbollah has tanks. Them boys have air power. And if they don't have air power, they can shoot down your air power. Do you know how effective they've been so far? They're over in Lebanon right now, shooting off rockets over towards Israel. And it's not only taking out a lot of Israeli soldiers and also a lot of citizens, but it's also caused massive wildfires. And I want you to understand the difference between somebody who's an occupying force and somebody who understands guerrilla tactics. See, Israel is an occupying force, right? So an occupying force oftentimes has this mentality, this almost comfortable nature, you know. Like, for example, if you watch the first Avatar movie, the movie with the tall blue people, Taruk Makto, the giant flying monster thing. Do you realize how Jake Sully caught that thing? This is because Taruk Makto was not used to looking up. See, the colonizer, the occupying force, they have the same mentality. So you don't understand guerrilla warfare, nor do you understand tactics. That's why I was laughing when I heard Democrats and Republicans talking about, well, all those rockets that Iran fired, 99% of them were shot down, and I'm sitting back laughing because I'm a combat soldier. At least I was. You know, I spent some time down in the Middle East in war. So I'm thinking to myself, you guys don't understand tactics. That wasn't to hit anything. It was to show that things could be hit, because you say 99% of them were shot down, so you're telling me that 1% actually got through. Oh. You're telling me that if you overwhelm the Iron Dome just enough, if you overwhelm David Sling just enough, you can get something through. See, if you don't understand war, you don't understand tactics, you wouldn't get anything that I just said. It would all be just jibber jabber. But now you understand the point of what Hezbollah and what specifically Iran was doing. Because now the recent reports that we're getting is that Hezbollah might have overwhelmed Israel's Iron Dome. And now we're seeing videos from the Israeli Defense Force spokesperson saying that Hamas cannot be defeated cannot be defeated militarily. Yeah. The Israeli Defense Force spokesperson is on video saying that now. Netanyahu just disbanded his war cabinet. And Hezbollah is launching all these rockets and causing all these wildfires. Let me ask you a question. Why do you think that they stepped up the pressure when there was also news that the Middle East is on fire in terms of it being super duper hot? Why do you think they waited until this pivotal moment when all those news stories about when all those news stories about the weather was coming out? It's because wildfires spread a lot more easier when it's hotter. See, I'm out here in Oregon, so I get that. I get it very well. You know, I'm in a part of Oregon that has a lot of wildfires, and this is why I made sure the house that I brought didn't have house fires or wasn't anywhere near them, but I understand that's a real threat. See, if you understand General Fabian from the Roman Empire, see, you understand Fabian tactics. Fabian tactics, you know, it's an actual thing. Go look it up. A lot of generals throughout, you know, relatively recent history have utilized these tactics. These are guerrilla warfare types of tactics. I want you to understand something, right? It's hard to settle to resettle a land if it keeps getting set on fire. See? It's hard to be a colonizer when you are uncomfortable. See, when you're a colonizer and you want to move people off of their own land, you want to make sure you are comfortable while doing it. And when someone makes you uncomfortable by launching a bunch of rockets and making it so that your citizens have to be in bomb shelters constantly, well, what's the point in being a colonizer? So now Israel is faced off against Hamas, Qasem Brigade, that just, I mean, even the Israeli Defense Force spokesperson has said you can't beat them. It's just not possible. They are an idea. You can't beat an idea. I mean, V for Vendetta told you that. You know, V, the guy with the freaking Guy Fawkes mask, he told you that. Ideas are immortal. You can't beat an idea. Right? So, Israel is struggling with Hamas. With all the weapons that we get, all that aid that we gave Israel didn't make a bit of difference. Because when you are a colonizing force, guerrilla tactics are harder to utilize. Oh, you can infiltrate movements, you can do all that stuff. But if your heart's not in the cause, oh, it'll always show. It'll always show. So they got to face off against Hezbollah if they keep this up. I'm thinking that Hezbollah doesn't want to have a, you know, head-to-head conflict, and neither does Israel, despite all their posturing. But I think it's inevitable. And even with even with all the help the U.S. is going to give them, Hezbollah, that's a different kind of beast. And so I was saying from the very beginning, Israel needs to stop. And a lot of my Democrat friends, they were shouting me down, and I said to myself, okay, I was right about Ukraine. I was right about all this stuff, right? And now you're still arguing with a combat soldier about the Middle East. Okay. All right. Well, Israel, you played stupid games. And those prizes are definitely going to be a coming. All right?